let's talk about this extra turn thing that had some people really confused. So in the 1 minute update summary, they said extra turn rule adjustments. I don't know why they said adjustments. This was not really the word to use. Basically, in the patch notes instead, it said to clarify the rules for extra turns. When multiple extra turns are triggered in a single turn, they will now be granted in the order they were triggered. Extra turns granted by hero skills will be applied first in order, followed by extra turns triggered at the end of the turn by artifacts, such as Rihanna and Luciela, and Butterfly Mandolin. And to me, they said clarify, so this means that they're not changing anything. And this made sense to me because the way they listed it here, multiple extra turns in a single turn in the order they are triggered, that's how it works. That's how it's worked since at least the Young Sunny update. That was when I checked anyways, and I think it always worked like that. At least, I'm not 100% sure because I didn't check before the Young Senya came out, but I checked after Young Senya came out and it worked like that. So, because the stuff they listed out here is literally just how it worked already, and because they said clarify, I read it like they weren't changing anything. But some people, I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, they're changing it so RNL is back," which doesn't make sense to me. But let's go ahead and take a look at this clip. If I can find it, where did the clip go? Right here. So here, Renock is gonna go. She procs RNL after using S2, so she has the extra turn from her S2 plus RNL's extra turn. Uses S3. And there is no extra turn. So yeah, that's just... They did not revert the extra turn nerf they did, where artifacts don't stack with skill extra turns. If you're wondering why they would bother listing up the artifact thing, it's literally just because they're explaining how extra turns work. Artifacts typically trigger at the end of... or artifacts are typically the final effect, so they would naturally trigger after any skills. This is literally just explaining how extra turns work. Skills first in the order that they are triggered, followed by extra turns triggered by artifacts. It's just an explanation. This is relevant just because if anybody remembers when Young Senya was about to release, they did a change where I'm trying to find where I have the file saved, but they changed the way that extra turns work on some units, and this basically changed the timings of extra turn procs on units. So we are going to I'm going to mute this, and we are going to go look. So here, it should be Sigrid's turn soon, and we should take a look at when this extra turn procs. Right there. So she gets the extra turn right as she does the hit, pretty much. As she does the hit, right as the damage lands, she gets her extra turn. And then Zio gets his extra turn. So since Sigrid's extra turn went first, she gets to take her turn here. And then after the changes they made, after Young Senya got her changes, or after Young Senya was going to be released, we can see this is after the changes. We're going to Soulburn Sigrid S2. We should be seeing the extra turn here, but there's nothing. Instead, the extra hit goes off. This gets Zio below 40%. He triggers his extra turn, and then after Sigrid has finished everything, then her extra turn shows up, but because Zio's triggered first, he is going first. So this is literally just them clarifying the change. Or not, maybe not the change, just clarifying how extra turns work. Because I would assume Genesis Ross is going to have some extra turn stuff, otherwise there's literally no reason for them to mention how extra turns work. I tested this when Young Senya came out. I was kind of forced to because of the change to the Zio boss fight. But yeah, this is literally just them clarifying it. RNL is not back.